everybody. How you guys doing? Yeah? Oh, thank you guys so much. Hey, let me say this before I start. The people at the door, those of you that don't know, those are volunteers, okay? And they're not used to seating this many people on a crazy day, so give them a big round of applause for getting us in here. Yeah. Let's dive in, shall we? Yes. Let's dive in. I'm originally from Kentucky. I used to be embarrassed of that fact, quite frankly. I used to be embarrassed of my accent. I was embarrassed of the clothes I like to wear. Everybody makes fun. Shit, West Virginia makes fun of Kentucky. You'd be amazed at how many people come up to me after my show, especially West Coast, New England, far away from the South. People come up to me and they'll go, "You're from Kentucky? Oh, dear. Do you fuck your cousin?" Charles Darwin married his cousin. I know, first cousin. Charles Darwin, probably the only man alive at the time who should have known better. How could you be working out the theory of natural selection during the day and winking at your cousin at dinner? Charles Darwin married his cousin, Albert Einstein married his cousin, Bach married his cousin, Thomas Jefferson married his... Long story short, I've been emailing my cousin. You know, scientists say that we evolved beyond the other animals because we have opposable thumbs. Did that seem weird to you guys first time you heard it? Me too, man. I remember in middle school, I was like, really? This? This is what makes me smarter than a possum? I mean, it doesn't even seem feasible, does it? I'm going to make an argument for something else. Curiosity. I believe that's the major difference between the human brain and all the other animal brains. We seem to be obsessed with our surroundings. You know, we've categorized every single item we've ever found on this planet. Every rock, every tree, every cloud. We have different categories of Bigfoots, and we haven't even fucking found one yet. That is an intense level of curiosity. When you're categorizing things you think might exist, damn. We seem to be extremely curious about our surroundings. Other animals just don't seem to be to me, you know. I just bought a book called The Mating Habits of the Common Housefly. Yeah, some dude with some letters after his name wrote 373 pages on flies fucking. And you want to know how curious we are? I read it. Other animals seem to be obsessed with what matters to them, collecting food, having babies, and protecting them. Everything else, just they don't see, it seems to me they're not as curious as we are, you know? Isaac Newton split white light. This here's white light, daylight, white light. There's colors inside of that. In the 15th century, he looked at white light and he thought, there's got to be something inside of that. Who in the fuck thinks that way? I'll tell you who doesn't think that way, squirrels. Not a damn thing from the squirrel. You ever notice that? They ain't done shit since they got here. They don't even wear socks. What the fuck? Squirrels haven't even invented a nutcracker yet. I mean, if there is a creature on this planet that should be pushing the ceiling on nut technology, they ain't got shit. You know what I mean, sir? They ain't got shit. They got no Winnebagos, no nutcrackers, no toaster strudels, not a damn thing. They don't even know how to cross a road with dignity. Humans seem to be obsessed with what goes on around us. Curiosity, we have questions about our environment, you know. Giraffes looked at the moon too, but they didn't build a rocket. We had to go to the moon. It was just taunting us. We argued about the moon for centuries. Wrote folk tales and songs and myths about the moon. Our ancestors argued. I bet that fucker's made of cheese. Another interesting thing about the human mind to me is questions just seem to lead to other questions. We don't ever seem to be happy. We never get an answer and we're like, yeah, that did it. I'm good to go. You know, questions lead to more questions. We know now that there's water on Mars. We know that because we got bored with the fucking moon. We don't give a shit about the moon anymore. Isn't that weird? 1969, we put a flag in it, hit a golf ball, started looking at Mars. I bet that fucker's made of cheese. I don't think this is the reason that this exists. You know what I mean? It seems like this is our tool. Every animal on this planet has something about its physique that helps it in its environment, right? An armadillo has a hard shell, can roll up in a tight ball. I'd trade a thumb for that shit. I would love that. Wouldn't it be great? What the fuck are you look? Oh, God. Seems to me this is our tool that we've been given, to help us. But I don't think it's the reason, Curiosity is where it starts, I think. What is that? I don't know. I'm going to put my thumb in it and find out. Yeah. Take 10 seconds out of your day. Back up from what you're doing. Forget about your kids and your taxes and your job and your worries and all that, and look at what the human mind has done. You have to be in awe of our potential. It's amazing to me. Satellites are orbiting us right now. We have satellites orbiting us, We have a tunnel that runs from England to France underneath the ocean floor. We have piñatas. I think the piñata is the most underrated human achievement. I really do. Every time I see a list of things that supposedly make humans smart, I think, where the fuck's the piñata? It's a paper mache horse you beat the shit out of and candy falls out on your head. That's genius. It's a perfect blend of anger and joy smushed together. Look, if you're ever trying to describe to another human being what an orgasm feels like, you don't need words. Get a fucking piñata. We basically invented an orgasm. That's what we did. And whoever added the blindfold's a damn genius. Can I say that? That person should be on the nickel, whoever added that. I think the piñata's, it's real close to absolute perfection. You know what I mean? Yeah, every time I see one for sale in a grocery store or something, I think, why in the fuck are they not sold out? Have we become that apathetic? There's people in Indy tonight sitting at home on their couch thinking, I'm bored. We fucking have piñatas! How much more shit do we need to not be bored? 10 seconds. Look around your environment. We have hot dogs with cheese in the middle. That's pretty damn incredible. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying that's pretty damn incredible. Somebody said, I'm tired of putting this shit on top. You can get a shower head with a radio in it. I saw a kayak with a cup holder. What the fuck? It's amazing. What we have is simply incredible to me. Grenade launcher. We have a grenade launcher. We got tired of throwing tiny bombs. Decorative gravel. Holy shit. It's amazing what the human mind's done. This woman came up to me after my show, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. She said this sentence to me, and it bothered me when she said it. She said, the education system in this country cannot be fixed. That's what she said. And I thought immediately, bullshit. We figured out how to get drunk on wheat. Am I right or wrong about this, guys? Are you just sitting there staring at me like I'm a weirdo? We figured out how to get drunk on wheat. Wheat is so dry it will catch on fire if it's hot enough. No flame. It hurts your feet when you walk on it. Our ancestors turned it into liquid and got fucked up. Pantyhose are made out of petroleum. How the fuck did we figure that shit out? Easter peeps. Goddamn Easter peeps. Easter peeps. You know what they're made of? Crushed up horse hooves. I know. I was shocked too. I thought for certain they were made out of chinchilla dreams. We figured out all this stuff. And this woman's trying to tell me we can't fix the education system? I told her, I said, ma'am, with all due respect, we have glow-in-the-dark butt plugs. I'm gonna stand right here just like this until you laugh at that shit. One of our fellow human beings said, why is my butthole empty? It's Tuesday, for fuck's sake. And they didn't say, oh, that problem cannot be fixed. Bullshit. They fixed the problem, they plugged the hole. And they made it glow in the dark, because it's better safe than sorry. You know what I mean? I mean, really. Maybe all the lights in the house go out, your first thought is, where the hell's my butt? Oh, there it is. Right where I left it. We can't fix education. We can't fly. We fix that. We can't breathe underwater. We fix that. Yeah. I wish we cared as much about the education system as we do about what we shove up our asses. Yeah. Thank you. Look, now before I start this next piece, I need to make this announcement, just so you guys know that I ain't being uppity. I have a public Kentucky education. You have any idea how dumb I am? We are 53rd in the country. I'm so happy that you guys laughed immediately at that. That makes me so happy. I was in Mississippi doing shows in bars. And I'm not making fun of Mississippians, but damn, I was shocked at how many seconds I had to stare at the crowd before they fucking got it. I was shocked. I was like, damn. The education system that we have right now is called No Child Left Behind. I'll give you $50 if you can come up with a worse one. I think it's one of the worst ideas the human mind's ever conceived of. No Child Left Behind. That's basically saying we're going to make it so easy the dumbest kid can get it. You imagine how bad my act would be if I made sure the dumbest person in this room got it? I would be a naked clown taking a shit. And there would be one or two of you going, do it again, do it again. It's a horrible idea to make anything so easy everybody can get it. You have to reach for something. You have to try, right? And there's going to be failures when that happens. And that's the way it should be, I think. I still have my senior year textbook from history class, okay? This is Kentucky High School. I was rereading it recently. I just kept thinking, how the fuck did I fail? I must be dumber than broccoli. Shit. Here's a quote from my senior year textbook. It said, DeSoto discovered the Mississippi River. He knew it was called that because the Indians that lived in the area told him that's what they named it. I put it to you guys respectfully. If those words went into your ear and your brain did not go, what the fuck? How can you discover anything's already been named? How is that possible? An adult wrote that, another adult approved that, another adult published that, and another adult taught it to me. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I discovered Connecticut. Fuck it. As long as we're making shit up.